YouTube, what's the word? What's the word? Coming at y'all again with another one. We could talk about the state of stand-up comedy, the art form, and most definitely that Monique special. So shit, stay tuned. Let's get into it. First things first. What is stand-up comedy? Stand-up comedy. Not a comedic actor, not somebody making vines or somebody making funny videos. Stand-up comedy. I'm not talking about somebody who got over 200, 300,000 followers and nothing like that. I'm talking about stand-up comedy. Me, personally, I started doing stand-up in 2008. I did my first time. I went to the Improv on Melrose and did an open mic. I think it was like a Tuesdays or Wednesdays, something like that. Anyway, long story short. So that's when I first got started. First time on stage. It was dope. There's no feeling like, having people laugh. And the first time I went up, it was dope. I didn't bomb. I can say I did not bomb. I actually killed that shit. For the people that was there, they know, they remember it. D motherfucking Blake. You know what I'm saying? I did my thing at that open mic. Killed it. I had been going up there weeks prior, and I was told to go home because I wasn't there at the right time. I think they was strict on like you gotta be there exactly like 4:30 or 4 o'clock, something like that. And I would show up slightly behind time, trying to fight traffic, thinking we can get there when we can get there, and it just didn't happen. But anyway, I ended up getting in there one day and showed out, and did my thing. I ain't gonna say I had dope open mics every time, but that particular time I got on stage, I killed that shit. But yeah, it was dope. But anyway, the art of stand-up comedy. Good stand-up comics, I can say they probably chosen. It's like it's in you. You know what I'm saying? It can't be on you, it gotta be in you. You know what I'm saying? Just like they say, you know what I'm saying? It's in me, not on me. You feel me? So a lot of the comedy that a lot of people see now, man, I don't even know where so many people be coming from. Like, people always ask me all the time, man, you seen such and such on this Netflix special? Such, like, stand-up comedy, you knew who was coming up. Like, you would see him on these circuits, you know what I'm saying? In LA, you would know everybody. Like, even if you didn't know them, you seen their face. Now you see all kind of people coming up. But stand-up is an art form, and it has to be respected. Stand-up comes from actually having stories and things to talk about, real life experiences, and just, you got to be dealing with people. You have to be out here. You have to be living life to understand. Like, I don't see anybody that grew up with the shiniest silver spoon and all these great opportunities. You had a brand new car when you turned 16. Is the good story person, that person that got that good back, that ain't stand up. Stand up comes from, man, I had a shitty job. I used to work nights and and this didn't go right. You've been dumped. You done been through some shit. I'm gonna just say you gotta go through some shit to make people laugh, because how do you relate to somebody if you never been through nothing? So that's what I think stand up has gotten away from, is the people that have been through things, that actually used to fight for this. Like, I think I remember I had a Kodak video camera when when the flip camera first came out. I went to Target and I ended up getting this Kodak camera, and I couldn't do a lot of editing on. I wish I would have got that flip. It would have worked a lot better. But anyway, I had one of those Kodak video cameras, and that's when I first started recording myself. And I don't even think I got any of that footage, because I think that camera like crashed on me. But anyway, yeah. So that was the time when you really had to go up and actually, no one can see what you was doing. Wasn't no Instagram. Instagram wasn't popping yet. It was YouTube was popping, but Instagram wasn't cracking like that. 08, 09, it wasn't cracking like that. Wasn't no Instagram for sure. Wasn't no Vines, But with the influx of a lot of these kids that grew up, that was probably in high school or junior high around that time, they grew up with a phone. They grew up knowing how to edit, so they could do, what they doing, at home. And, they made it easy. And a lot of the older cats, they like, damn, I'm seeing, say for instance, oh, perfect example. You got Catch Me Outside girl. She made 53 million off her OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? So you look at people like that, and you know, some of these people, they done did some soulless things to get to where they at. And they like, man, these kids is killing it right now. So I get why people are fighting for these Netflix specials and what have you. You know, and it's terrible. It's terrible because it's like they moving the goalposts, you know, while we finally got there, and they like, nah, let me push it back just a little bit, you know. And, you know, a lot of people feeling like they falling behind. A lot of the older cats, you know, older comedians and the comics, the actors and actresses, they like, damn, these kids got it easy. They taking advantage of, you know, the time that they're in and the time that they have. A lot of people don't have that time. People got kids now. You know, a lot of the people that came up in my generation, they got kids now. They like, man, I don't got time to record. I don't got time to go do this. Man, I'm doing my stand-up and that's it. I got time to go do that and that's it. You know, but these kids, man, they out here killing it. You know, I'm not hating on them. I'm just congratulations to them. But you got to respect stand-up because stand-up comedy is an art form. It needs to be respected. And I think we're getting away from respecting it. Even some of the specials that's coming out now, like I watched Marlon Wayans special, and it was just pretty much he talking about how he don't like Will Smith and how he was in love with Jada. I'm just like, all right, we're getting away from the art now. Now it's starting to become about the bag. It's the bag this. It's about the bag. There's no respect for the art form. Everybody coming out with a special, just venting. Bro, the venting shit, that's for, you know, you dropping in the Comedy Store and doing 15 minutes. Hey, bro, let me get that spot. You going to the belly room. That's what this venting shit is for. It's not for Netflix. If y'all just want to just go vent and do that shit at the Comedy Store. Do that shit at the Laugh Factory. Drop in, do a few minutes. If you can't do enough time there, okay, you did enough time there, go on to the next club. Stay down the street from each other, you know, but respect the art form, you know, and even the veterans, y'all got to start respecting the art form. I get it. Everybody wants the Dave Chappelle check, bro. But y'all got to understand, Dave Chappelle he's doing stand-up. Y'all venting, telling the same story or venting or sit. You could do that shit on a therapist couch. What y'all doing is therapist couch worthy. You know, do that on the couch at your therapist, like I'm doing. So, you know, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But I get it, you getting paid for it because, like I said, a lot of stand-up comics, we see people that we ain't never heard of. They got a Netflix special. You know, I get it. Been there. I respect the game. But we have to respect the art form. And, you know, we don't want to get passed up in this money grab. They throwing money to the next funniest thing. I get it. But we got to respect the art form, you know, and try not to try to compete, you know, I was always taught, if you can create, you don't have to compete. Always create, because once you create something, it's one of one. You don't have to compete with anybody. So I've always been, you know, a firm believer in doing that. So, you know, I think we need to get back to respecting the art form of stand-up comedy as professionals, and, you know, to let people do what they want to do, but respect the art form. I mean, I already seen it. I watched 5150. Shout out to Corey Holcomb and, you know, the whole crew. I watched that, and he says all the time, like, they got this Instagram star, and they hit the stage, and they losing money. I get it. It's gonna happen. Yeah, just because you popping and they want to bring you on stage, that don't mean you ready for that. I know you're not ready for that. You know, people want that. They want that fast dollar. And yes, I would book a comedic actor or an Instagram star or influencer or a comedic actor before I get a dude that got 700 followers and, you know, 80 likes. I'm going to get the one that got 6,000 likes and 120,000 followers or 1 million followers. I'm going to book them because I know I can make money off of it. Now, when the people started leaving the show, damn, I made my money, but now they want their money back. So how do I do that? Now, the Monique special. Boy, oh boy, Monique. Got love for Monique, but this special was not up to par. I felt like when Def Comedy Jam came out, I was young. I was a kid. I wasn't a teenager. I was a little kid. I felt like I was watching Def Comedy Jam, and my parents was in the room with me while I was watching it. I was like, when this shit gonna get funny? I think she could have did way better. I think she should have did the whole work out these jokes before I just go get this money and just go on stage and just start saying whatever. I ain't gonna say it was trash. Some people will. But I'm gonna be respectful because I respect my elders in this game. I'm not an ass kisser. But it's just, I'm not to just disrespect somebody's, they hard work. If she felt that was her hard work, I think she could have did better. Just being honest, I think she could have did a lot better. But yeah, that wasn't it. It wasn't hitting. It wasn't hitting like it was like somebody who comes from Queens of Comedy and all that shit she had us rooting for 5 years for. You owe us one now. You owe us one now, Monique. I love you, girl, but you owe us one. But yeah, she could have did better. And a lot of people are going to be disappointed. I was disappointed, and it is what it is. So, yeah, Monique, love you, but you gotta will that back. Yeah, reel that back, throw it back in the ocean, figure out what we gonna do. But she got paid, she got her check, but I don't feel like that was her best at all whatsoever. S'more had a dope one. Shout out to S'more. She had a dope stand-up special. Hers was funny. And yeah, Monique, yeah, that's it. I don't really got nothing much to say about the Monique special besides it needs to be worked out. Do what Richard Pryor used to do, y'all. Go to the club. And see, that's what y'all be forgetting. Dave Chappelle was dropping in the Comedy Store and the Laugh Factories and shit. That motherfucker was dropping in a lot. And then he had a special. Go work it out. Go talk about what the people going through. I don't think one joke Monique said was something that the people are going, like, I can't remember now one current event that she talked about. It was just about motherfucker, and just, what I got out of Monique's special was she likes her cat licked, but she don't lick cat. And she was in the special ed. Them the two things I got out of that whole special. Out of the whole special, those are two things I got out of that. And I watched it by myself, quietly, no interruptions. So, yeah, that's it. Gotta sharpen your tools, and own the craft. And that's what what people not doing, But stand-up is going in a direction that I don't want to see it go in, because I respect the game. I respect the game all the way. Stand-up comedy is going to always be dear to me, always. That's always going to be in my heart, man. When you grab that microphone, man, whether you a public speaker or any type of orator or any type of MC, man, you have a duty. You have a duty to, put some respect on your own name, man. I'm gonna just say that. Put some respect on your own name, But yeah, man, y'all be cool. Stay true to your craft. Stay true to your art, and don't let that money trap you or make you chase something that, it's gonna make you get out of character, or just don't stop chasing shit that ain't for you. Like, if you know that's not your lane, stay in your lane. That's all I can say. I'm not finna drop here and sound super intelligent. I can barely find words because I'm just getting it out. But stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. One time I reached out to a known West Coast comedic actor, And I was like, hey, you want to do the Ice House in Pasadena? He was like, I don't do stand up. I do this, and I respect it. And I ain't never seen that dude jump on stage, kicking jokes. He do what he do, and I can respect that. And I respect him for that to this day. Like that, he don't do stand-up comedy. He does this comedic acting thing. And you know, that's dope. But we gotta remember that all them cats that we seen in these movies that we grew up watching, Don't Be a Menace, and you know, a lot of those people are comedians. They've done a stand-up special, or they have some type of experience where they did comedy first. Stand-up comedy. They wanted to be a funny person first. Like, yeah, everybody loves Richard Pryor, but Richard Pryor was on that stage. Richard Pryor went from club to club when he was working out, getting his shit out. Before he had a special, he went from club to club working on his shit to give you a special. He never just went up to go vent. Oh, I'm gonna go vent tonight, man. You know, give me a special. Shit, HBO, let me go vent. Nah, it wasn't about that. It was about the craft and doing what he was supposed to do when he did it, and that's why he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT when it comes to stand-up. And a lot of people, they getting away from stand-up. Straight up. So anyway, stay true to your craft, and you know, stay committed to success, like I always say, you know, and yeah, that's it, man. I'm D motherfucking Blank, and I'm signing out. Y'all be good, man. Love y'all. Y'all be good to yourselves. Peace.